Hey, what's up?
It's cracking. Hold on 1 minute. There we go. All right, hold on. I have my little tripod
I'm sorry.
malfunctioning. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You know, you're just breaking off a little bit, but like I can hear you now.
Okay. What's happening, baby?
Nothing much, nothing much. How's your week so far?
Everything's good. No complaints. Hold on, let me see if I put.
Mhm.
Give me 1 minute. I just want to adjust
All
my.
right.
See what happens. No, maybe. If I step back.
Mm-hmm. hmm So,
Another. Right there. Nope, that ain't gonna work either. All right. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right. How you doing, baby?
oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. You know, I'm just happy that it's the last day of March 2020. I'm looking forward to April.
I'm looking forward to anything above 50 degrees.
hmm
Man.
Yep,
Word up.
yep.
I like you.
Mhm.
Like what you're repping right now.
Yeah, yeah, the dog forever, the dog. And we're going to talk about that. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Black Sinatra himself, Mr. Omar Wilson.
What's happening, y'all? What's happening? Peace and blessings, man. Y'all, I want to say, first and foremost, thank you for having me again. You know what I mean? I know we
Yeah, because
first time, but it's all good. You know what I mean? Some things need a little practice. And
yeah,
thank everybody out there. Definitely.
Omar, you're breaking out. You're breaking out on your end.
Oh, yeah, bro, breaking up. Hold on 1 second.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it's the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi? No? No. Let's see here. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you clearly.
Okay. All right.
hmm So,
Yeah, again, baby.
uh, okay. So, the Black Sinatra, so who gave you that name? You gave yourself that name or somebody gave you that name?
Well, the Black Sinatra was a name given to Sam Cooke uh, in the
Uh-huh.
in the era that he dominated the airwaves, and his legendary contribution to soul music. Uh,
hmm
when I heard the name, I was watching a documentary, and when I heard the name, it
hmm
with me. It felt like it was something that was already a part of, and it was a mention of who I am as a person. Anyway, it was
hmm
it was kind of a natural transition. You know what I mean? Other than like trying to reinvent myself, figure out a new name. It was just something that I felt like fit at the time. So yes, the Black Sinatra was a great name, not only for me because it fit the persona of who I am, but that's to one of the most legendary voices ever on the planet, which is Sam Cooke.
And forever his legacy will continue to live long. And the Black Sinatra fits you because you when the fans look at Omar Wilson, it's like, man, they'll be saying, man, oh man, this dude is a G when he, like, opens his mouth, when he hits the stage anywhere.
Word. I appreciate that. You know what? I believe, like, when you look at just the R&B as a whole, there was a void that's missing in that place. There really wasn't any like alpha male, real lion,
Hmm.
and out there to fill that void. It's just having the opportunity that I have right now to really bring
Hmm.
the world and create a relationship with them, let them know that I'm here to stay.
Hmm. Yep. No, okay. And going to your singles, you did a remake with a Secret Garden with Raheem Devon, one of the members of Boys to Men, Sean Stockman and Cisco. Tell us about that. The remake with those three R&B legends.
Well, Secret Garden is the first single off of a new classics album that'll be dropping real soon. And I knew when I had the records for the album that I needed a song that was going to lead into the album, but also once and for all show the world who Omar Wilson was.
Mm-hmm.
I had the record. Initially, I was going to uh, the two low parts, which is James Ingram and Barry White, and then have somebody else do the other two. And then speaking when I chopped it up with my big homie Lou Humphreys, which is the only label I'm signed to, BSE, and I gave him the idea. Him and my other homie Jazz Joyner, which are the two cats that produced the record. Uh, uh, I told him about it. We chopped it up that night, and then the next day, he called me and he was like, "Check your email," and the track was in my email. So I was like, "Dang,
Mm-hmm.
idea! They already got the record, created." So when I do it, I was like, "Damn!" It was such a a beautiful rendition, paid homage in a way that it still kept it classic, but it had own nuances and vibe to it. So I said we have to keep it the same way that it was done originally, just paying homage
Mm-hmm.
uh, um, uh, the way it was. So I met Raheem Devon when I was nominated for NWA Image Award in 2019. And after chopping it up with him, I always want to learn from greatness. And back then I was like, you know what I'm saying? Exchange numbers and in the near future do a record, write something for me or whatever, just collab in some way, shape, or form. But once I had the track, he was the first person I thought. Reached out to the cat, sent him the track. He did first, which is what y'all heard. It was phenomenal, and I knew we had something. So then James Ingram was always one of, my influences and one of the most phenomenal voices out there, I believe as well. So I
Mm-hmm.
James Ingram part. I did my part. Um, my publicist at that time knew Sean Stockman. Excuse me, he was Sean Stockman's publicist, I believe. So he's the one who connected the Sean Stockman situation, which was that. I mean, that's like a no-brainer. Talking about one of the most accredited voices that there is in music today, and it was an honor to have, him on the record. And then uh, big homie Lou know Cisco's manager and linked that up, and he came through at the end, and the record is what you hear today.
And you four gentlemen nailed it. And I know I'll be sure and Elder Barge will be proud, and like looking down from above, Barry White and James Ingram, they will be proud because like when you sang James's parties, I'm like, it was, man, oh man, that was just like epic, Omar.
And well, once again, I knew that I was dealing with three individuals that were not only everybody knew, but I wanted to also show that I'm not just a new guy. I mean, I've been here in the game for a while. It's just that I needed that one spark to kind of shine light on everything that I've been doing in this industry for a minute. And I wanted to make sure when I did my part that not only I gave what James Ingram to it, but I tried to do to make sure that what's happening on and that people feel that I'm singing it from the depths of my soul, and I wanted everybody each opportunity to reintroduce this record to the world.
Yes, I mean, like, it's just epic, both the remake and the original version. It just sounds like, amazing. And speaking of Secret Garden, it's like do you like, plan on performing Secret Garden, like, with Raheem Devon, Sean, Stockman, and Cisco, along with I'll Be Show and El DeBarge? Are you looking forward to that?
That would be amazing. I mean, the only thing that
Yeah.
really stopped from doing that now is it was done in the middle of the pandemic. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because we had TV shows, talk shows, radio shows, performances, everything lined up, and the world started shutting down. So we still to this day have a record as one unit, together. So it's going to definitely be a phenomenal thing to do that, and it'll be an honor to get on the stage with Al B and L, and what I mean, and link that up and
Mhm.
that magic happen all together. We are in the process of working on a Secret Garden tour. So, look, ladies, look for that to be coming out soon, spring, late spring, early summer.
Mhm.
Um, and I can't wait, man. I can't wait to see what magic happens. All four of us hit that stage together doing that record.
And then it would be amazing, the Secret Garden tour. It would be like, so much to talk about, Omar. And like, I'm praying that, that happens this year
Me as well. Me
of
as well. You know what I mean?
2022.
Y'all need it, ladies, y'all need it. Now it's time to get fun and letting go a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. And speaking of talk shows, what was the first talk show that you got on to perform, like, your hit singles, including Secret Garden?
Well, like I said, I mean, we've been on the real, virtually. We've been on a lot of, big outlets. It's just that never physically. So I look
Hmm. Yeah,
at
yeah, a whole lot. So,
from
hmm
whoever.
you're breaking out. You're breaking out. It's like when you're talking, I could barely hear you.
Okay, okay.
Y- Yeah.
I don't know if it's the connection.
Uh-huh.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Um,
Hmm.
you hear me clearly? You said?
Yes, I can hear you clearly because when you're speaking, is that like I could hear, like, I could barely hear your words, so, like, when you speak. So that's why I told you to fix like whatever like is going on your end.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what else I could do. Uh, uh, is it clear now? Are you good now?
Yeah, yeah, it's clear now.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, as far as all the outlets, I look forward to doing that this year. This year is going to be the year where you'll hear live with those three brothers and really creating that magic
Hmm.
way it's supposed to be. Like
Hmm.
to the people, they
Hmm.
definitely look forward to that this
Hmm. And speaking of remakes, so you did, like, remake on Close the Door by Teddy Pendergrass, If You Think You Love Me Now by Bobby Womack, and you also did, like, other remakes, like Ain't Nobody by Shaka Khan. Um which are your favorite song? Which is your favorite song that you did a remake on, and why?
Well, they all have their own special place
Mhm.
uh, uh, with me because each song kind of chose me. It wasn't like I just wanted
Mhm.
records to prove a point. They spoke to me in their own personal way. So it's like a
Mhm.
child, you know what I'm saying? Like, which one is your favorite child? I love them all different ways, but equally. So they're all. I mean, the album that I'm putting out, Omar Wilson Sings the Classics, is a culmination of some of the greatest soul voices, R&B voices known to man. You know what I mean? Some can't sing like a Teddy. They rarely hear people singing those songs because they're almost impossible to sing. So for me,
Mhm.
honor, to be able to have a voice that will allow me to give something to the people and the world that they've been missing for a long time.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And speaking of recently, I think it's about like a year or two ago, you did a song with it's like the late DMX, aka the dog, and the first lady of Bad Boy Faith Evans. Tell us about that experience.
Well, I had a record called Faith, and we were looking for
Mhm.
a rapper to go on the record. And the first person that popped up, I mean, other than Tupac at that time, you know what I mean, was DMX. Those two people that I just, when it comes to music, period, and just their intent, integrity, and the delivery, they were is an extension of who Omar Wilson is. Like just the
Mhm.
passion and giving you all, no matter what's going on. Like that's one thing I loved about Pac and X. You know what I'm saying? But to
Mhm.
be one of only a couple so a couple singers that have ever had a collaboration with people have done that out of all these people,
Mhm.
and still is one of my greatest.
Mhm.
And to have a man that will live forever because he is iconic.
Yeah. Mhm.
He went through such struggles, but made
Uh-huh.
and reached the highest heights on this
Yeah.
inspiration of who I am. So shout out to X,
Mhm.
man. God rest the dog, man, and may he live
Mhm. Yeah.
forever.
hmm
Yeah.
and speaking of the dog himself, DMX, he taught a lot of people to be strong. His kids, his family members, the fans, his big fans, the people that listen to his music. I mean, come on. I mean, it's not about like, his music it wasn't about like, just like, hyping people up. And like
Yeah.
speaking of DMX, when it came to the Lord, he didn't play about that.
Nah. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody's around God. You know what I mean? Him trying to do his best. Circumstance. They didn't make him. They made him, elevate to another level. So well, I mean, especially in
Mhm.
this industry, it's mostly about bouncing school and the but the main thing at the end of the day is inspiring others to know that no matter how much darkness you have in your life, there will be
Mhm.
some light if you. So
Mhm.
once again, Master God X.
Yeah. See my shirt? Let me stand up so that the people on here could see.
Word, I see you rapping forever,
Mm-hmm.
man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Uh-huh.
how that's he will live forever, and that's as far as music that I choose to do that
Mm-hmm.
I write. That's what it's about, man. Because at the end of the day, the
Yeah.
way you forever is through your legacy and what you put out there. So, and
Mm-hmm.
that shirt right there is a testament of it, and I appreciate
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. And you know, growing up, who were your five R&B singers that you look up to that were your idol that influenced you the most in music?
it. Well, I mean, I never really had an idol. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, there was a lot of singers, that I loved and that was influenced by as far as like music, but never really somebody said I be like that person. It was of inspiration to want me to reach for what I want. Like I started writing songs at an early age, and I always wanted to be an individual. I listened to different,
Mm-hmm.
never really like wanted to shadow someone else. So I would say my
Mm-hmm.
inspiration weren't just one particular artist. It was like people, places, and things. Things I went through and saw. Different things I seen other people through. Experiences was my inspiration.
Yes, and that's amazing. And speaking of like songwriting, like when you started a songwriting, like how was it for you?
I mean, it was an expression. It was a release. It's a way to escape. to find out who it's still to this day. It's an amazing thing because there's always something new to write about. You know, every day is a new day, so there's always a new emotion. You know what I mean, or some experience, and that's the one thing about writing. It's forever. You know what I mean, because you'll always have something to go off of. So I think it's one of the best gifts, and I'm thankful that I have it and that I worked hard at doing. So that now it becomes like muscle memory. It's like part of who I am and what I
Mhm.
do. You know what I mean? And now it's extension to allow me to be able to reach the people in a way that
Mhm.
somebody else is just writing my songs. Not no disrespect to that, because I love to have
Yeah.
somebody else's perspective on my records as
Uh-huh.
well, along with having songwriters. But having your own intimate touch on it is a beautiful thing.
Mhm. Yep. And a lot of artists there's always somebody that writes songs for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me and most. I wrote the majority of my records. I mean, I have one song on Living Legend that was written by, I believe, one of Keith's writing teams. That
Mhm. Yep. Mhm. And speaking of your own songs, A Million Ways and 100 Ways, which is like and this difference because the number is different,
mm,
100 million, and
right.
which song do you want like on the fans to pay attention to the most and why?
Well, I want fans to pay attention to all my records. It's not really one in particular record, you know what I mean? Because right now, it's all about creating a relationship with Omar Wilson. So I don't want to centralize myself on one song. I rather the album. It's like you have a meal, but you only eating one piece of the meal. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather you
Hmm.
the whole meal, so you want to come back and eat that food. You know what I'm saying, at all times. So yeah, it's not really one in particular record for me. It's big relationship and whole with Omar Wilson, and I'd rather have the people decide they think they love. You know what I mean, and then that helps me
Hmm.
uh, create more records with the people
Hmm.
that.
Hmm. On your other song, 96, tell us about that song. What's the story behind it?
Okay, 96 was the record that was the only record that I did not write. That's the song that was sent to me by the writing team of Keep Sweat. And I believe one of his, uh, we have one of his melodies in the background of that record as well. But it was something that we didn't have on the album. I think it kind of fit in the scheme of what we were looking for. The song was a throwback to when music was amazing, 2000
Yeah.
is
Hmm.
yes approval. So it was that. It was like, let's go back to a time where music was just so amazing that it created the memories that we still have today.
Hmm. Yeah. And people they say that they miss some music from back in the day, but you're not supporting it. If we
Right.
have like a lot of supporters, it'll come back.
Correct. Well, that's what Secret Garden has done. Secret Garden has
Mhm.
awakened the R&B community to let them know that really we haven't gone anywhere. It's just people putting the finances and the light back on what most powerful music that allows all other genres to live and breathe. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm here for, to reestablish the importance of R&B and B and soul, to put
Mhm.
some passion and love and some excitement back into it, and go ahead and get that money on the highest level.
Yes, yes. And it's not about the money. It's about prayer, consistency, and self-determination, and having like, the right people in the music industry in your circle. The
Right.
ones that like, won't give you bad advice, that will give you the great advice,
Correct.
that will encourage you to keep moving forward, to keep moving up.
That's right. That's right. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
the sky's not the limit. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. And God is gonna open a whole lot more doors for you, Omar.
So I appreciate that, and I truly
Mhm.
have. That's why I've been stepping this whole time, and now the fruit started to show themselves, and what I mean, it's just a testament to all self,
Mhm.
like you said, prayer, dedication, and belief that
Yes. Uh-huh.
reach that mountaintop, and here we are.
Yes. And even like, if you feel like, it's the end of the world, or like, you can't do it anymore, you know, you could still do it. You could always do it. Like if you go through a hard time, just pray.
Thank,
Because it's like, there's gonna be a time where you're gonna go through the hardest time in your life, and like you just feel like, what am I gonna do? Does God has my back?
always, always. I mean, it's like you said, when you go through a storm, you gotta learn how to dance in the rain. So you know what I mean. That's part
Mhm.
of it, man.
Yes. So, what does Omar Wilson want to tell the people on here?
Oh well, first I love y'all. You know what I'm saying. I look forward to seeing y'all in person. Especially the ladies. And I thank you for creating that relationship with Omar Wilson through all this craziness that we've been going through for the past almost 3 years now. You know what I mean? And to everybody out there, be safe, be healthy. Make sure
Mm-hmm.
everybody downloads, streams my current album, Living. New single. Well, Secret Garden is still. People are stuck. I mean, the comments on YouTube. I just want to say, everybody that hits the comments on YouTube, man, thank y'all. It's amazing. Still to this day, every day there's hundreds of comments coming. People still are finding out about the record, so I love it. Please supporting it, making videos of it, and Instagram, uh, um, uh, and just everybody out there. I appreciate the love. We are about 3 weeks away from being in my band. I'll be taking bookings in about a week and a half. So once
Mm-hmm.
happening, the Omar Wilson Black Sinatra experience is on the way, and it's going to be an event and an experience. And I just look forward to reaching out and touching the people for once in the last 2.5 years, man.
Mm-hmm.
My current single, "If You Think You're Lonely," is doing amazing all over the planet. We just got more charts in it saying that it's doing amazing numbers right now. So look forward to that video coming out very soon. That's going to be steamy, sexy, and spicy. You know what I mean? And all that. And I look forward to being on a stage near you. Tell the book Omar Wilson, and I will be there.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, Omar, for like, coming on by
Oh
on
no,
my podcast. You have a blessed evening. God bless you. God will continue to shower you with more and more blessings every day.
thank you, baby. I appreciate you, and God bless you as well. And I look forward to seeing you in the front row one of my concerts real soon. You know what I'm saying?
No, okay. No, okay. God
Make
bless.
sure I throw you that rose. Blessings, baby.
Mhm.